What is up, fellow YouTubers? We are live. And as the title of the live stream suggests, it is a video response. And this particular video response is to Sydney Watson's video right there. If you'd like to watch the video along with me, you're more than welcome to. But I want to watch and pause. This will be your typical Sydney Watson response video like you've seen me do on my channel before. But we're going to do it live, baby. Sit back, relax, grab a tasty beverage. Didn't expect this many people to tune in. That's most definitely what's up. What's up, punk rock? How you doing? But yeah. Oh, excuse me. We're gonna drink some beer. Do a Sydney Watson video response live on YouTube. That's why the title of this live stream is called Video Response. And I'm actually a subscriber of Sydney Watson's, so if you could subscribe to her channel, that would be greatly appreciated. Check out some of her content. And the thing that makes me laugh about our society is some of the stuff that Sydney Watson says. If a male had said some of the things she said, that man would be labeled as sexist, and this is why double standards need to change. Now, I got the video pulled up, and we're going to watch it live on YouTube. I do appreciate y'all tuning in to watch the video response live. Now, this live stream is for adults only because there's going to be some of this stuff in here, which is beer. Because sometimes when you're watching someone bitch about the problems in our society, you're just like, I need a beer because this is going to be ridiculous. I appreciate content providers like Sydney Watson because they open an eye to the problems in our society, which helps society in general fix those problems. What's up, Exhumed? Yeah, buddy. Now, a while back, I saw a video I made about 2 years ago, and I didn't like the person I was in that video. So in the effort to cultivate myself, I thought, well, if I'm trying to improve the dating scene for myself, why not improve the dating scene for everyone? And that being said, if we're going to examine gender-based studies, spoiler alert, this is about to get political, and I want to keep my opinions in politics out of it for the most part. This is just going to be a video response. What's up, Richie Rolt? Got the challenge master in the house. But Sydney Watson's a good person, and I like watching her videos. So this video response that I'm doing live on the YouTube is a response to Sydney Watson's "The Hypocrisy of Joe Biden and the Media's Disgusting #MeToo Cover-Up." Now, I am disappointed that Bernie Sanders once again lost the Democratic nomination, and The only reason Bernie supports Joe Biden is because they're in the same goddamn political party. But so now we got the two main candidates, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And you can choose to support whichever one you choose to support. You're an American citizen. As far as politics go, it don't matter really. You know, we can leave that as it is. You can choose to vote for whichever one you want to vote for. It doesn't matter. But on a side note, you want to know why our country's broke? Why the United States of America is in debt? COVID-19 doesn't help. The fact that churches that worship Jesus don't have to pay taxes, but the Satanic Church pays taxes of AV. Now, the Satanic Church doesn't have to, but they choose to. And then on top of it, you got these corporate fat cats who don't have to pay any goddamn taxes. I got both windows open. It's a cloudy day. There's rain. Yep. On top of that, the rich assholes don't have to pay taxes. Like, I could understand if you've worked your ass off for that money and you don't want to pay taxes because you worked for it. I get that. But even then, it's like, bro, that's just, you know. I mean, not to get too political before the actual video response, YouTube, but I think there should be a Fair Tax Act. And the Fair Tax Act would consist of a system where people could pay their fair share of taxes, whether you were rich, poor, or middle class. And that's just the simplest way to explain it. You know, you can spend X amount of dollars on a souped up, you know, Rolls Royce, but you can't spend it on paying your fair share of taxes. And you might argue that, well, there's tax involved when you make it, but yeah, come on now. You're going to spend X amount of dollars on a custom-made Phantom Rolls Royce, but you can't pay your fair share of taxes. That's, you know, yeah. But I do appreciate you tuning into this live video. If you're just tuning in, I'm about to do a video response to Sydney Watson's newest video, The Hypocrisy of Joe Biden and the media's disgusting hashtag #MeToo cover-up. Now, essentially, there's nothing wrong with the Me Too movement, but just like anything in life, assholes ruin it for everyone. When people bitch about the dating scene, as I've said in previous videos, the dating scene does not suck. People in society suck. You're collectively, if you're not the only one bitching about it, you know, then clearly there's some issue. Hope y'all are staying safe in this quarantine bullshit. A little chilly in my apartment because I got both windows open, but eh. Grab a tasty beverage, sit down, grab a snack. And if you could subscribe to Sydney Watson's channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Helps YouTubers who are awesome at what they do. Keep going. This is strictly just a fan helping promote content, you know. If I see a YouTuber I like, I'm going to promote their content on my channel. That's how YouTube works. To some extent. Of course, I've had to age restrict this video because I may end up cussing here and there because, you know, we get politics involved or religion. Usually people start cussing. And of course, there's alcohol involved. I got a case of Rolling Rock in the fridge. And, you know, sometimes I like to have a drink when I do a Sydney Watson video response because sometimes alcohol is needed to deal with the magnitude of bullshit in our society. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like when you hear about what's going down and this is how the culture sees this and that, blah, blah, blah. You're just like, I need a beer. That's not an alcoholism. That's just the fucking truth. Yep. And the thing about YouTubers like Sydney Watson, they open your mind and your eye to the truth, to what's really going on, you know? If there's bullshit in our society, yeah. It's a rather rainy spring afternoon, but that's all right. The wand I'm making is almost done drying. I want to get it shipped out tomorrow. You don't have to donate money because it is the pandemic after all. I mean, dude, I'm being serious. If you want to appreciate it, you don't have to. Okay, so while I'm doing this video response, anyone who does, I appreciate it, you know. Even if you're just going to donate to talk shit, because I've seen my trolls do that crap. When I do a live video, they're just like, I want to donate money to Cobra's channel just so I can talk shit. You know, the trolls can do that for free. They don't have to donate money, but the fact that they do just shows you, yeah. That's on a separate subject altogether, YouTube. Yep. Oh shit. Hope no one's seriously hurt. Yeah. But yeah, you gotta stay safe in these crazy times, man. So if you're stuck at home watching YouTube videos all day, every day, it's better than, you know. I did have to age restrict this here video because I'm drinking beer. And I might bust out some pipe tobacco on occasion, you know. But I'm actually good on the nicotine for a moment. Yeah. If I fancy a cigarette, though, I do have my NXTs right here ready to go. Not a sponsor. Free advertisement from Marlboro. Yeah, buddy. The pack design has cool colors, Slytherin, you know, black, silver, and green. And you get the convenience of having regular to menthol. I'm partial to both myself, and yeah, I like the taste on the on both of them, to be honest. And of course, cigarettes are bad for you. They may end up killing me, but that's just the risk you take with being a smoker. However, cigarettes are getting quite expensive, and it's more of a flavor saver for me personally. I have cut down on my cigarette consumption, not because I'm quitting, but because I enjoy my cigarettes and I don't want to burn through them quickly and then be craving a cigarette and be like, oh shit, you're out. Well, doesn't that just suck? That's the thing about chain smoking. If you're going to burn through your cigarettes, you're going to crave them constantly. And, you burn through them way too quickly. And then you're sitting there going, hey, you know what sounds good? A cigarette. And then you go to light one up and, oh, wait, you're out. If you're just tuning in, about to do a Sydney Watson video response live on YouTube. Chilling out, drinking some beer on a adult-themed live stream for YouTube. That is basically what you see right here is what you're going to get. Smoking and drinking and, but to be quite honest, I've been trying to cut back on smoking inside my apartment. And, sometimes I'll be painting wands or having a bowl of pipe tobacco on occasion. So I'll crack the window. That way the paint fumes don't get overwhelming. On a side note, I do appreciate all the people out there supporting Cobra Craft handmade wands. I've had several return customers. That's most definitely what's up. Imagine the fans are pretty stoked when they get their wand. They're just like, whoa, dude, that's cool. This is the wand I'm currently working on. Check that out. Look at that. That is sick. It's black and green with copper in the handle. Ooh, excuse me. Look how shiny it is. There's a process I do to make these wands, and it works. Because when you hold this thing in your hand, it just feels like a wand, I got it sitting on top of a paint can drying. It's not completely dried yet. So it does take a couple days to make one wand individually. That's why when I make a batch of wands, I have the process that I do so that a bunch get done at the same time. Yeah. There will be another batch of wands appearing on my Etsy soon enough, but I've been putting my focus on this wand and getting it done. It's going to get put in the mail tomorrow or the next day, depending on how dry it is. I like making wands. It's therapeutic. And watching them go from start to finish is pretty cool. Yeah, buddy. I need to grab another beer. Get this video response rolling. All right, so we got a Rolling Rock. And not a sponsor, that's just free advertisement. 18-pack of Rolling Rock at the CY liquor store cost you about $10.21, give or take, which is pretty decent. 18 beers for a reasonable price. You really can't beat it. I'm going to go ahead and tilt the glass. And when you tilt the glass just right, you can literally fit the whole beer in one can. And one can into one glass. Watch out. That's the Cobra Brewing Company from Texas that the fan sent me. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. That is a sick glass to drink beer out of, I'm not going to lie. Alright, so this can right real quick. Can crush for the subscribers, the video response, all the cool Cobras tuning in right now. Yeah. All right. Now, usually when I do the video responses, I just do it on QuickTime Player, but try something different. Let's do a video response live. That'll be fun. For the composer's speech while I consume the poisonous golden nectar. You must be 21 or older to consume the golden nectar. Not trying to glamorize it, but that's good. On a side note, I get so tired of these fucking snobs who were just like, oh, you drink Rolling Rock? Oh, well, that's not... You know what I'm talking about, YouTube? These fucking assholes who judge you because of the fucking beer you drink. I'm just like, boy, you're living the life, bud. Let me tell you. You're such a fucking pussy, you gotta judge someone for the beer they drink. Slow clap for fucking fuck you. You know, if we're all drinking something, who gives a fuck? You know, I get so tired of men demasculating each other. Some dude orders a Long Island iced tea and he gets a bunch of crap for it. What up, bruh?
What up, bro? Can I come in?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right.
My buddy Alex Campbell stopped by to hang out for a bit. Hell yeah. I don't mind having friends over. I'll let him in here in a second. Doing a live video on YouTube. And as a matter of fact, we'll see what we can get for a perspective on, you get more than one person talking about an issue. Yeah. 1 second, YouTube.
Yeah. It does, but it's life.
Yeah.
Well, you stay. Want a crush, bro?
What's that?
Want a crush?
A Camel Crush.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for offering. I'll trade you an NXT for it.
Oh, that's
We'll smoke it later because I'm trying to cut down on smoking inside.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Just doing a live video, huh?
Yes, sir. About to do a video response to Sydney Watson. Maybe you haven't heard too much of her, I don't think.
Not really.
Not really? Yeah. Okay, so I'll introduce you to her. She's a cool chick. Oh,
This chick, I think I've seen her before over here.
yeah, when you come over sometimes, yeah. Yeah, he brought his with him. That's fucking funny. Yeah.
The most evil thing ever. I finally found this and put new batteries back in it, so I was like, oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna laugh out of that. At least I did.
Right. So apparently Warlord Campbell found his lightsaber and put batteries in it. That's fucking funny. Star Wars nerds.
Yeah, it's not as cool as the one I want to buy.
I was gonna say there's a website that builds custom sabers. It's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some pretty cool lightsabers out there. But anyways, that's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not trying to influence anyone's political belief. You can think freely for yourselves. That's what I would encourage, at least. But the hypocrisy of Joe Biden and the media's disgusting #MeToo cover up. Oh, that's a mouthful. I do have some CBD and some Space Jam loaded up in this bad motherfucker. Yeah.
So he's got CBD and I just got Space Jam in my Space Jam vape pen.
Hell yeah. That is a cool looking vape pen. I will say that. People are wondering how the fuck I did that trick with the beer glass. Well, I used a vape pen. Oh, secret revealed. Oh, geez. Not trying to encourage vaping, but this is how I did the trick.
So my dad found an old comic book and sent it to me that I thought was badass and never seen before.
All right. Like now you have a smoky beer. What nonsense is this? The beer is ice cold, which when it mixes with the CBD hemp extracts and Space Jam 3% nicotine, it creates this weird sort of like potion-like effect, like, optical illusion, like, what sorcery is this, I just uploaded a new Sean and Saunders episode for all the old school King Cobra fans. I'm sure they got a kick out of that. I was trying not to laugh at some of the shit that an asshole was saying. It's just like, you know, it's all in good, clean fun. Like, you know, that's why.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. It's like a 38-minute video of me just pulling the puppet ventriloquist bullshit. Like, hey, da 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 da, you know. Which my ventriloquism's gotten a lot better. It's not perfect. I still catch myself with my lips moving, so I gotta work on that. But you know,
you know what's funny?
My fans don't care. They're just like, it's Sean and Saunders. Oh, that shit's funny. Oh.
Yeah, I remember those. Remember the time you was doing it, and you looked at me and said, "You know what the worst part about this is?"
A smoky beer goblet. What's that?
I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was something funny, but I thought it was kind of funny because it was kind of like Jeff Dunham. The weird part about this is your hands up my ass.
Oh, dude, I love watching Jeff Dunham's live streams, watching him build that new puppet. That shit kicks ass.
That's cool. Like, I hate to say it, but his show's probably gotten more popular since he's been in quarantine.
Oh, yeah, that's what people are doing. All us famous celebs, and I'm not really a celebrity by any sense of the word, but if you're a celebrity with a YouTube channel, of course you're gonna, if you're stuck in quarantine, you're gonna be, you know, filming videos. Like,
you gotta make a living somehow, right?
Right, exactly. Tyler the liar, because Tyler rhymes with liar. Okay, now that's the concept of the YouTube troll being a ventriloquist puppet is just funnier than shit, dude. I don't care what Jeff names it. That's just gonna be funny as fuck, dude. Shit. In fact, I saw Jeff Dunham live in Casper one time. Man, it was funnier than the fuck, dude. Oh my god. Like, my sides hurt. I was laughing so hard. It was just epic. If you could ever see Jeff Dunham live in concert, you gotta do it. It's just, oh.
I couldn't be a ventriloquist, bro. I just couldn't.
Why not?
Because my voice would come from places it never should come from.
Well, when people say talk to the hand, I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? Where'd that come from, YouTube? The fucking hand just started talking with my own voice. What the fuck? That was just weird. God damn it. That was like the worst joke ever.
Could be worse.
It could be worse. Yes.
It's Wyoming. I mean, we could be doing a remake of Young Guns 2. Woo-wee! Did you see the size of that chicken?
Oh, god damn it. The best part about this shit's not even scripted. Like, I had no idea he was going to come over. I wasn't even answering my phone. I'm like, I'm just sitting here doing a live video. Like, hey, what's up?
Hey, the best bloopers are unscripted. Some of the best scenes in movies were unscripted. Like when Aragorn yelled, kicking the helmet in the Two Towers. He didn't yell because it was in the script. He yelled because he broke 2 toes.
Well, now, King Cobra is not a rude host. I will offer my guest a beer. Would you like a Rolling Rock, good sir?
Sure, bro.
Righteous. I'll be right back, YouTube. And we'll get this video response rolling. You know? All right, so
The best way that I can describe all of this is send in the clowns.
Send in the clowns. Great Malingo. Who's going chicken hunting? We's going chicken hunting. KFC, extra crispy. Okay, Cobra, that wasn't funny. Jeez. Not those clowns.
Well, that's KFC's not really hunting. That's like
No, it's chicken hunting if you go into KFC. It was a joke.
Oh, I know, but like
it was a horrible joke, but I went for it.
I was gonna say, well, if that's chicken hunting, I guess Microsoft got us all beat, huh? Killed an entire freaking chicken farm with a factory of machines.
Oh, that is.
All the machines in the chicken farm next door. All the chickens.
God damn it!
Microsoft had to pay the farmer back for all those chickens. What did they do with all those chickens when they were done? Did they have a big chicken fry? And they donate that shit to KFC to get their money back.
Oh, dude. YouTube, if you're just joining me live, homeboy Alex Campbell stopped by and we're doing a video response on the hypocrisy of Joe Biden and the media's disgusting #MeToo cover-up. And here's the thing of it, YouTube. We're not here to influence your political belief. We're not going to bring politics into it. We're just going to watch the video. This is mainly for gender studies. That's why I'm doing this video, is to help the genders understand each other better. You know, if we're going to improve the dating scene for ourselves, why not improve it for everyone else? That's what I'm saying. Because if there's a time when women and men can communicate better with each other and just be like, hey, we can both laugh the same stupid, dumb shit. And then, hey, you know, I get the way that person thinks because I feel the same way about my situation. That's the overall goal of it here, but we'll see how it plays out.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. Before we float down this stream of sads, today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. So yay. I know that lately I've been talking about a lot of feminist-y kind of topics, and I do promise that after this video, I will in fact move on to other things. What I want you guys to...
And the fact that feminist-y topics, the fact that women can't fight for equality just because it's gender equality without it being labeled feministy or feminist, you know, it's just... Unfortunately, feminism has gotten a bad name in our society because of radical feminism, where these chicks...
Well, I really can't blame people for having a bad view about it or a good view about it. All I can do is,
because we're being sent mixed messages when it comes to like feminism, and you know, you got women who are bitching about what sexist pigs men are, but then turn around and they themselves are sexist towards men. And it's like, you bitch about sexism that men give you and your gender, but then you turn around and you yourself are sexist towards women or towards men, etc. You can't bitch about sexism while being a sexist. That makes you a hypocrite, is what I'm getting at. But yeah.
To get bored. But today we're going to talk about Joe Biden and the overall hypocrisy and double standards of the Me Too movement. Because if there was ever a question that the movement has devolved into...
You know, the Me Too movement is a good movement, but just like any situation, the assholes ruin it for everyone. You know, assholes ruin it for everyone. That's especially true for the Me Too movement. You got women who are being raped, and you got men who are being raped. And society only chooses to focus on the women aspect of it, further victimizing women and making men look like the universal asshole. It's kind of unfair for both sides if you really look at it. It victimizes women and makes men look like assholes. And then at the same time, nothing gets changed, nothing gets solved.
Okay, I want to point out something.
What's that?
They did a national survey in America.
Mm-hmm.
72% of all women, women were asked on a survey about themselves, what they thought. Okay, if there's anything about your ass, what would you change? 72% of all women in America stated they love their ass. They wouldn't change him for the world. Ladies, we know we're assholes. Okay? We don't need it rubbed in our face.
No, that's just it. Men don't have to be assholes. Like, okay, if your woman folds socks differently and it triggers your OCD, if you love that woman just enough, you'll be like, you know what? I don't care how she folds her socks. I think it's cute the way she folds her socks. You know, that's what true love looks like. You're just like, I don't give a fuck. This chick's going to try to piss me off, and I'm not going to let it get to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
That's all right, but, you know, I'm that type of guy. I fold my own socks, thank you.
Exactly my point. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I get that. Like, guys and women, everyone folds socks differently. That was kind of not the point, but yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, it's a nice gesture, and you can appreciate it.
Yeah.
A partisan political weapon, it's being best answered by the sexual assault and sexual harassment allegations against Joe Biden. So welcome to hell. I'll be your host. My name is Sydney Watson. Please keep your arms and legs in the gondola at all times. No flash photography, and all crying must be kept till the end. Now, for those of you who don't know or just don't care, which, just by the way, I don't really blame you, Joe Biden was a senator, then became Obama's vice president, and now he's more than likely going to be the Democratic presidential nominee. Terrific. Now, you might remember our friend Joe from such episodes as, "My hair is golden in the sun."
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun.
And I'm going to smell and touch children.
Dude, Joe Biden is inappropriately touching children and women. That's just no.
Yes. Because nothing says I'm friends with the Clintons quite like feeling up children. Over the last number of years, Joe Biden has been accused by 8 different women of sexual harassment and sexual assault. Now,
once again, we got some creepy asshole in the media being accused of sexual harassment, and of course, it's a creepy older male being accused.
Have a repeat of, I did not have sex with that woman.
That's horrible. That's oh god damn.
I'm sorry, why can't we have another president? It's like, yeah, I did it. At least it was honest.
I'm like, bro, you know that.
No, that's not an opinion. That's not a view of.
Okay, just because you're an older man. Just because you're an older man, could you stop being creepy with it? Like, okay, no, dude. You're like, this can't be real. You're watching, and then you see the footage of him actually doing it, and you're like, motherfucker, dude.
That'd be like Donald Trump being Emperor Palpatine.
Good. Oh, you want to make an Emperor Palpatine reference? Good. Skywalker, release your anger, young Skywalker. I sound like a person who's been smoking for 85 years.
the majority of them said,
But holy crap, Joe Biden is recently had 8 women accused him of sexual harassment. This is so fucking common. So common.
That he either touched them in a way that was
disgusting.
inappropriate and uncomfortable, or he invaded their personal space. As you've just seen, there is plenty of evidence across the internet where we've seen videos and photos of Biden trying to touch young women and girls by smelling their hair or kissing them and so on. Personally, I can't watch any of it because it gives me terrible secondhand embarrassment.
Believe me, Sydney, you ain't the only one. Sydney Watson is just like, personally, I can't watch Joe Biden act like this. It gives me terrible secondhand embarrassment. How do you think decent men feel? You know, this is why women hate men. They're just like, oh my God, all they want is sex. You know? It's fucking disgusting. Moving on.
Please stop. One of the women who is accusing Biden of sexual assault is called Tara Reid, and she actually worked for him as a staffer in the 90s. In 1993, in addition to saying that he sexually harassed her, she also alleges that he pushed her against a wall, forced her legs open with his knee, and then proceeded to digitally penetrate her, which means he used his fingers. By her account, when she proceeded to complain about the event, she was fired.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
So basically, Tara Reid accused Joe Biden of sexual harassment to such a degree, claiming that Tara Reid had her legs spread apart. Excuse me, that's the beer burps. Doing a video response live on YouTube, keeping you cool cobras entertained throughout the pandemic. So basically, Tara Reid accused Joe Biden of sexual harassment, saying that he forcibly spread her legs apart and fingered her. And okay, so this is basically another Bill Clinton story. God damn it. I hate making that reference, bro, but that's actually a fair point. Like, fucking goddamn it.
Making these claims, several of Reid's friends and family, including her brother and an ex-neighbor, have come forward to corroborate her story. And in the last week, a video has surfaced showing a woman who appears to be Reid's late mother calling into a CNN cable show asking for advice for her daughter.
Yes, hello. I'm wondering what a staffer would do besides go to the press in Washington. My daughter has just left there after working for a prominent senator and could not get through with her problems at all. And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him.
Or she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it.
That's true.
I mean, besides the obvious, all I'm really getting from this is that Larry King and I have the same style of glasses. What can I say? I'm a fashion icon. Now, Reid confirmed in a tweet that this is apparently her mother's voice. And records do confirm that her mother did live in the same area in California during the time of the call. But because the internet is a cesspool full of critical wannabe detectives, a bunch of people have in fact rightly pointed out that the call doesn't mention sexual harassment or assault. It doesn't name the senator, and it certainly doesn't give the name of the daughter in question. Following on from this as well, allegedly this episode has been deleted from Google Play, and some people have said that it's just no longer accessible. I don't know about you, but that's not shady at all. As of filming this video, according to One American News Network, DC police have changed the status of Tara Reid's complaint from active to inactive. Yeah, so there's that. So yeah, you know, I guess that protecting potential victims is a little inconvenient sometimes. But you know what's not inconvenient to protect? Your internet connection. Which is why today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. If you spend a lot of time on the internet doing this, computer, or this, which is likely what you're doing right now, let's be real, then it's worth investing in a VPN like Surfshark. Now, most of you already know that Surfshark is great for protecting your private information online. That's right. It stops people from seeing your weird searches about Danny DeVito. But realistically, most of you will want to use it for other reasons. Surfshark lifts restrictions on geo-locked content, meaning that you can access blocked applications and websites, but mostly, and probably most importantly, it gives you access to streaming sites around the world, including 15 different Netflix libraries and Amazon Prime. And let's be real, you're gonna need the viewing variety because most of you are currently stuck at home and you can't leave. Use code Sydney to get 83% off and an additional month free. Surfshark also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk in trying it out. So click the link in the description, and I'll protect you from Creepy Joe. So that about summarizes all the major things you need to know about this story to date. But here's why all of this matters. I would say a huge majority of us free-thinking folk have felt that the Me Too movement and Believe Women has been forced upon us. No, you can keep that.
No, it's okay. I will agree to some extent to that. Yes, being forced upon us, but it's not necessarily being forced upon us so much as it is, you know, women are the primary focus. Whenever the victim is female, people focus on it. Whenever the victim is female, people focus on it like, oh my God, who's the piece of shit male that did it? Whenever a male is the victim, people just like, eh. Yeah. Honestly, all of this bullshit can piss off. I don't care. Like, step inside the laboratory and close the door for a second.
Bio break, people.
You ever wonder why fish oil is so good for people? It's because people evolved from fish, bacteria floating in the goddamn water, and now we're fucking primates, and then now we're fucking humans. Really makes you think.
Sir, I disagree with you. I identify as a tack tank. He didn't laugh.
Finish washing the hands right quick. Finish this video response. It's a studio apartment, but I'm making the best of it. You know, I'm not complaining. I love my apartment, yo. Yes. Now we get back to the shindig.
I'm the devil. I love metal.
I don't consent. These movements were designed not only to bring down predators like Harvey Weinstein, but also help women be believed when they speak up about abuse. Nice concept. No complaints. Now, if only we could apply that to male victims too. We don't have time for that right now. I'm glad no one's counting how much fun you've killed, because you'd be in jail. But as the saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, which should give you some comfort, because you're currently in a hell gondola with me. As a result, it did not take long before these women's movements were taken over by crazy people and weaponized for political gain.
Yeah, that's about the fucking truth of it. You know what, YouTube? I'm all for women having a women's march and being like, yeah, you know, want to get your rights. You want to have a women's march? I'm all for it. But then you get people like Alyssa Milano who are like, if you've been sexually harassed or assaulted, write me too as a reply to this tweet. So she writes, me too, suggested by a friend. If all the women who have been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote me too as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem. Well, it's not just women, it's also men, as Sydney Watson pointed out. But the problem with rape when it comes to men is that how is it rape if all you men want is sex? And it's the sad truth of it. So because of that crap, women get away with raping men versus, you know what I'm saying? If it's wrong for men to do it, then it should be wrong for women to do it. And nobody wants to have this conversation. It's extremely uncomfortable to acknowledge that women and men are equally as shitty to each other, but that's what true gender equality looks like, is acknowledging that women and men are assholes, that people suck, and we need to be better about that.
I don't know, bro, but to me, in my mind, unless there's a gun held in my head and it's loaded, it ain't rape.
What's that?
In my mind, unless there's a gun pressed to my head and it's loaded, it's ready to fire, it ain't rape.
Well, that's just it. Your perspective is different from everyone else's perspective, and
well, yeah,
I don't need to know. I don't want to know. Let's just move on with the video.
Two notable examples of these kinds of accusations are by E. Jean Carroll, who accused Donald Trump of raping her in the 90s in a dressing room, who basically used the media coverage to sell her new book about the incident. Talk about making money off of someone else's back, I mean. Sheesh. If you're interested, this is what she looks like. She has Karen hair, which is now a slur, just so you're aware. My God, you cannot make this stuff up.
That's fucking dumb way to fuck it up for the other Karens of the world, making it a slur. Let's not even go into that. Let's just keep going.
The other example that almost all of you will remember because it was flogged by the media involves Supreme Justice Brett Kavanaugh and the accusations of sexual harassment or sexual assault by Christine Blasey Ford. I don't know what to tell you guys. It was a total shirt show. Yes, you heard that correctly. A shirt show, because we don't swear on this channel.
Oh, how noble. Sydney Watson doesn't swear. I like how she said that. Total shirt show. That's cute. Total shirt show. Yeah. I got a total shirt show myself, which, by the way, Don Picton sells these badass Cobra Craft handmade wand shirts over on his Etsy, which I have favorited due to my Etsy. So if you'd like to buy this shirt, check out some of the shops I favorited on my shirt. Hell yeah. Mountain Wizards.
We just offend everyone instead. Now, for all intents and purposes, the Kavanaugh case lacked any significant evidence. Kavanaugh himself was subjected to intense biased coverage from media outlets who continued to run unfounded and illegitimate stories about him until after the whole situation had been put to bed. The entire situation just obliterated due process and the rule of law, and the entire media circus was just totally out of control. But there are a lot of parallels when it comes to these two cases and the Biden-Reed story. You have an accusation, you have no witnesses, a denial, and then usually what follows on is a complete trial by media.
That sounds an awful lot like the Donald Trump impeachment case. Shut up, Josh.
Of course, you're a Democrat, in which case you just get crickets. But hopefully Biden won't spend any time trying to smell. The response towards Biden from the left, the media, and the Democrats has been radically different to the treatment of Kavanaugh and Trump. For starters, there has been a complete lack of any significant or substantial media coverage. And when there is coverage, it's almost like these outlets are begrudgingly covering the story. And the way that they're framing it is so tame in comparison to the things that they wrote about Brett Kavanaugh, for example. The New York Times in 2019, for example, published a story citing claims that Kavanaugh sexually harassed another student at a party, but failed to mention that that student in question doesn't even remember the event. What? When covering Biden, however, in an article, they said that there was no pattern of sexual misconduct from Mr. Biden, while simultaneously outlining all the ways in which he made women feel uncomfortable.
So basically, the New York Times at NY Times writes, no other allegation about sexual assault surfaced in the course of our reporting, nor did any former Joe Biden staff correspondent allegation
corroborate.
Yeah.
Reed's allegation.
We found the pattern of sexual misconduct by Biden beyond hugs, kisses, and touching that woman previously said made them uncomfortable. Okay, let me tell you something, fellas. How would you feel if you had a woman you weren't attracted to hugging and kissing on you? You'd be grossed out, you'd be uncomfortable, and on top of that, you'd be pissed off because if you said anything about it, you'd be called a faggot or a loser because, you know, all men want is pussy. But if you had a woman you were unattracted to, she wasn't your type. And that's just the sad truth of it.
Well,
that's a separate subject altogether. That shit needs to change too, but yeah.
Well, it's, you know, I hate to pull up a meme, but what makes
that's because women
sex
can't
not
handle
rape,
being
consent.
rejected by men,
What makes
and
a
men
transaction
can't
not
handle
robbery?
breakups.
Consent.
But that's beside the point. Beside the point.
What? CNN, the same outlet that has allegedly written 700 stories about Kavanaugh, just by the way, has a contributor named Joan Walsh, who wrote in September 2018 the heart-wrenching trauma of Christine Blasey Ford and the Brett Kavanaugh hearings. On April 15 of this year, 2020, Joan Walsh wrote the troublesome Tara Reid story, which concluded that her allegation against Joe Biden doesn't stand up to close scrutiny. What? When Nevada politician Lucy Flores said that Biden inappropriately sniffed her and touched her at a rally in 2014, she was absolutely ripped to shreds by The View.
Joe Biden put his hands on my shoulders, get up very close to me from behind, lean in, smell my hair, and then plant a slow kiss on the top of my head.
And should she have spoken to him
about this before she went on television about it. And Joe is a hands-on kind of guy.
Imagine just for a second that a Republican had said, Trump, you know, he's a hands-on kind of guy. Oh, really? Straight to the gulag.
But it would have been nice if she had turned to him and said, you know what, Jay? I don't really like this. Please don't do this. Or, not, Mr. Vice President, I'm not really comfortable with that. Something, because he's standing right there.
No, it's hard to say to somebody who's sniffing
No, it's
your
not.
hair.
Somebody touches you inappropriately.
But it was mocking victims. Very cool, very fresh. The View has yet to comment on Tara Reid, but you get the idea. And these examples just go on and on and on. Now, obviously, when other voices have commented on Tara Reid, they've either thrown their support behind Biden, or they've downplayed her story, or denied it altogether, including very vocal Me Too voices like Alyssa Milano, who now is suddenly in favor of deportation. Late to the party, but nice work, Alyssa. The same people who spent the better part of 2019 ramming down our throats that Brett Kavanaugh is guilty of sexual assault, that we should believe women's stories without evidence or proof, that due process doesn't matter, are suddenly the same people suggesting that maybe, just maybe, people...
Yeah, because Alyssa Milano explains the silence on Joe Biden's allegation. And, you know, these are all doctrined by opinions. One person says, well, the opinions of her are right. The other person says,
People do lie after all. Did we enter the Twilight Zone? Did these people just wake up from a coma of stupids? Might I direct your attention to a woman called Hillary Clinton? Prove that point forever. To make matters worse, Time's Up, which is an organization that helps sexual assault victims, said that they wouldn't work with Reid after she reached out for help because of its non-profit status and Biden's presidential run. Like, you can't make this stuff up. It makes me crazy. These people and organizations who have said since forever that they care so deeply about women's rights, when push comes to shove, they don't care at all. So the lesson that we learned here is, don't get assaulted by a Democrat, guys, because no one's coming to save you. At least now on some level we can understand how male victims feel all the time. You are very determined to make this point, aren't you?
okay, let me just say something that'll change everything. Okay? Women are afraid to be called a slut when they're raped because that's just how it is. Well, men are afraid to report rape because they're afraid of being told, oh, you're a man, all you men want is sex. So equally speaking, both women and men feel shitty about it. And if you wouldn't like someone you were unattracted to touching you, then why do it to someone else? It's that fucking simple. I'm serious, YouTube. It's that fucking simple. You be sitting there going, oh, hey, what? I don't get why, you know, if you don't get why women are pissed about this issue, then clearly you haven't watched one of my videos, or
clearly you lack any form of common sense or respect.
Exactly, common sense or respect for women. Exactly. Exactly.
Like, for example, like when I was growing up, if a woman came in the house and there wasn't a place for her to sit, one of us kids got up.
Yeah.
The men got up.
Yep.
And allowed them to have a seat.
Amen.
It's not chivalry. It's not anything like that. It's just honestly honest respect.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, somebody just come in the house. They haven't been able to sit down. You know, they're a guest. You know,
Mm-hmm.
It's common sense.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the damn gas station.
Exactly. It's common sense, dude. You got a woman who needs to sit, you know, we treat women with respect because that's just how it is, not because they're victims. But at the same time, society likes to victimize women And this is why we have the problems we have.
Well, see, in London, they have a law where a pregnant woman is allowed to relieve herself anywhere she wants, including in an officer's helmet. And he legally has to give her his helmet just so she can release herself. And all he can say is, have a good day, ma'am. And then he's got to basically find a place to dump that shit out and clean his helmet. Shitty day, but you know what? It helps somebody else out.
Yeah, this video response is weird. But then again, the internet's a weird place.
The world's a weird place.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Salud.
So, oh wait, I need to get another beer. Hold up.
No.
Yeah, no, seriously, the world's a weird place.
The world is a weird place, bro. It's just the world. You know, not everybody's trying to change the world. They're just trying to get by in it.
Yep.
Crack that bad boy open and we'll make a toast on it.
Yeah, you know it. You already know it.
Now, see,
that didn't work.
Now see,
I tilted it, but it still foamed. Oh,
yeah,
weird.
but it's foaming in the right proper way. It'll go down levelly. You let it level out. I mean, I don't know if anybody's been to an actual traditional pub, but that's what you expect every time. You know, and they know how to do it just right too. Just oh, I was gonna let you know, bro. Guess what? I got to try.
What's that?
Some non-alcoholic Bush beer.
My fellow Americans.
No, seriously, no puns or political terms in that at all.
Yeah,
I got to try it, and it was actually pretty cool. I didn't mind it at all. It tasted like a beer. It was relaxing like a beer. So I was like, all right, this is cool. I can get down with this. Which, mind you, does not taste bad at all. It's pretty close to Rolling Rock. But that's just my opinion. America, world,
fuck yeah.
Woof.
What about a candidate who supports
What do you
the
mean?
backbone of this goddamn country?
To America, the world, the weird and crazy place that it is. May life continue to prosper and continue to be ever vigilant in its progression towards a better society.
I'll drink to that.
Yep.
That's correct. Biden has
She's drinking a beer. I saw that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That set off my lightsaber, bro.
She's right. Yeah.
No pun intended, people. It just.
Oh, that was awesome.
This shit's unscripted, so.
Exactly. I haven't seen the video past this point. She just cracks open a Pabst Blue Ribbon like,
But seriously, people.
trying to play it off like what?
all of the stupid shit aside from sexual harassment and stuff, if you're in that situation and you like that person, it's okay. Be yourselves, America. Okay? Me personally, I'm a lot like Scorpion.
Don't be yourself if you're making the other person feel uncomfortable.
But no, if you're in that moment with that special person, and that's just your guys' time, dude, that's your guys' time.
Okay, if you're in a relationship with the person and that's how you all get off, okay, that's one thing. But don't go out of your way to fucking harass someone. That's just weird.
Obviously, yeah. Seriously, if you're in a relationship and that situation's going to happen, you know, you might as well be, you know, yourself in that situation because it's just you guys. And that's the base, simple fact of any relationship. This is you two.
Fair enough.
Me personally, I'm a lot
decades painting himself as a defender of women's rights. He oversaw the passage of a 1994 bill designed to combat violence against women, part of which was later found to be unconstitutional, because of course it was. Biden is the architect behind the disastrous Title IX directives on university campuses, which basically led to hundreds of male students being falsely accused and denied due process by biased kangaroo court-style disciplinary hearings on college campuses. Side note, I actually just wrote an article about this, so if you want to read more, I will link it in the description box.
Do you have an
Don't
audio
blame me
form?
for my shameless self-promotion. So
too much
the
to
man
do
who has dedicated his
too
life
much
to
shit to
helping
read.
women, at least by his estimation, is really, at the end of the day, just creepy Uncle Joe, despite the fact that he sees himself as some sort of female martyr.
And ostracize the abuser. Make them the pariah on campus.
Joe, by your own standards, you would be a social pariah. So all of this being said, where does this leave us? Personally, I have always believed that the Me Too movement and Believe Women were just really bad ideas. Not because the sentiments themselves are bad, but because the execution of them was poor. And most of the people who jumped
Basically saying that assholes ruin it for everyone. This is why the Me Too movement and why the Women's March movement has a bad name. It's because the cunts and the assholes, pardon my French, ruin it for everyone.
All right, bro. Well, before you say anything else, I gotta interject here with your respect, and of course,
That's your opinion.
All due respect to you. I mean, I'm just going out here and I'm gonna say this. All right.
All right.
All this shit that you see going on with this crap. Sorry, guys. I can't control my ancestors, but one of my ancestors apparently thought it was a really good idea to start all this shit. But thankfully he did, because guess what? We got Wyoming out of it.
I don't know what the fuck is going on about that, man.
My great-great-grandfather gave the right to vote to women.
I think that's an awesome right.
All right?
Women should have had the same rights.
They should have to be able to say.
Women should have had the same rights as men. From the whole goddamn get-go.
Okay, not only that, he was against slavery. In fact, before the Civil War happened, he had an education program and a work program where people that did his program could get freed, become an American citizen, and he would go through the government to do it. He had a plantation, you know, he had land, he had ways to do stuff. Hell, a lot of slaves became free just by joining the cavalry. It's all they had to do, because back in the Revolutionary War, if a black man wanted to be free, all he had to do was make his mark. That's it. Plain and simple. Freedom. It's all about freedom. Freedom is making your mark. Make your mark on a dotted line. Prove you want it.
On board are just bad faith actors. What I think is genuinely sad here is that it just didn't take much to demonstrate how biased and hypocritical the media and Me Too feminists can be when it comes to people that they like and support. Tara Reid has been accused of being a Russian agent, and she's been completely dragged through the mud. But none of this should really come as a shock to any of us if you consider the fact that the Me Too movement is the same movement that refused to condemn Amber Heard and support Johnny Depp. In my opinion, the Me Too movement has always been hugely hypocritical. And at the moment, it seems like it's much better at hiding abuse than uncovering it. The fact is, whether or not we believe or don't believe Tara Reid should really come down to facts and evidence.
What's that?
I would like to drink to the fact that in this world, in this modern society of media and hypocrisy and drama that people seem to be drawn to, there's trolls, there's bullies, all kinds of stuff. We forget our own morals and whatnot. And we can cover all this shit on social media and our news every day, you know, sexual harassment every day.
Yeah.
But yet our media isn't covering the fact that every country around the world is developing power armor. And most of the UN countries or you know.
Okay, let's leave politics
like that
out of it. Let's
are approving that, but yet we're focusing on this.
Yeah. There's a lot of issues happening at once. That's why we have this discussion.
And due process, which gets left out of this conversation quite a bit. While I certainly empathize with her, I feel the exact same way towards her unproven allegations as I did towards Christine Blasey Ford's unproven allegations. I'm not convinced just because you say so. And this video is absolutely not me making a case for her. I'm just really trying to point out the double standard and the hypocrisy of the Me Too movement and the Joe Biden camp. And at the end of the day, I firmly suggest they try changing their slogan from Believe Women to the more accurate Believe Some Women. Now, before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder that you can download Surfshark VPN using the link in the description box. When you do, you'll receive 83% off and an additional month free. So hell yeah. Now I open the floor to you. What do you all think? Is there a double standard actually happening here? Is Joe Biden being held to different standards? Is the Me Too movement incredibly full of hypocrisy? And what do you generally make of this topic overall? As always, if you like the video, hit subscribe and the thumbs up button. If you want to leave a comment, feel free to do so. Just be respectful about it. And I will see you guys next time.
Okay, bro.
Okay. I got a couple things to say.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Let it out. Let it be known.
All right. First of all, thank you, Sydney Watson, for what you do on YouTube. I appreciate it. Second of all, yes, I do believe Joe Biden is held to a higher standard because he is a politician. And third of all, because he's male. I do feel like women get treated unfairly in this bullshit. And it needs to fucking stop.
I think everybody needs treated fairly. It's just it's the common rule. It's the
exactly.
Rule.
Everyone should be treated fairly. If you're fair to everyone else, you should be treated fairly as well. Exactly. It's the common fucking rule.
It's the golden rule, man.
Yeah, exactly. Treat others the way
our ancestors didn't go through the Great Depression or all this time making human society just for that shit to be forgotten.
Don't even get me started. People want to compare the coronavirus to the Great Depression. Motherfucker, people in the Great Depression were coughing up logs of dust.
They were picking cotton, doing whatever they fucking could to make a living and survive.
Exactly.
Hell, Jack Daniels became of it. NASCAR came from it. All the shit we like today and value today became from it.
Yeah.
That's the truth. The hardcore truth is our struggles is what makes us stronger. I mean, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, okay?
Yeah.
We're a country. We're still going through all this. We're a world. We're going through all this crap. Okay, it hasn't killed all of us. So let's make us stronger.
Yeah. Anyways, YouTube, thank you all for watching.
Making the change easier, not harder.
Have a drink with the homie and chill out for a minute. Thank y'all for watching the live stream and the video response. Gender equality is what I preach on my channel. And I'll catch you cool cobras later.
Yeah, bro, that's what's up. Catch y'all cool cobras in the next video. Toast. Peace out.
Peace out.